Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The Sicilian defense controls the d4 square with c-pawn. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center to prepare for a d4 pawn push, where the knight will recapture if black captures on d4. d6 opens up the light-squared bishop and prevents white from pushing the pawn to e5 after black eventually plays knight f6. d4 offers to trade the d-pawn for the c-pawn, giving up a center pawn for more active pieces. c takes d4 gives black 2 central pawns versus 1 central pawn for white. Knight takes d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having 1 central pawn versus black's 2 central pawns. Knight f6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the undefended e4 pawn. Knight c3 defends the e4 pawn and starts to develop on the queen side. a6 prepares the queenside pawn advance b7, b5, and also prevents white from playing the bishop or knight to b5. White develops the bishop and attacks the center. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. This kicks a knight. This move puts the knight on a safer square. Developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. Out comes the bishop and into the battle. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. The queen moves forward into the game. Solid choice in the opening. A solid choice. A very strong play. This kicks a bishop. This moves the bishop to safety. This is not the right idea. Applying pressure to black's pawn chain. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Takes back. The game was close to equal, but now white has the advantage. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. Putting the piece on a blockade square. This overlooks an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. This is the only good move. This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. This threatens to tactically win a pawn. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. This is the strongest option. There was only one good move there. This is the only good move. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. This is a fair move. This threatens to take an outpost with a knight. White had an advantage, but now the game is close to equal. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is an equal trade. This misses an opportunity to recapture a piece. The game was close to balanced, but now black is worse. This allows the opponent to eventually win a pawn. The knight was sacrificed, a stunning move. This is the way to win a pawn. Recaptures. Right on target. Takes back. This is the only good move. This captures a bishop and eliminates a threat. Recaptures. This allows the opponent to pin a bishop. This pins a bishop, which restricts its mobility. One of the best moves. Very precise. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it. This threatens to eventually win a pawn. This prevents the opponent from being able to eventually win a pawn. This is the strongest option. Right on target. This misses an opportunity to sacrifice a rook for a nice tactic. This allows the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a rook. This wins time by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. This is the only good move. This attacks a bishop, winning a tempo when it moves away. This defends a bishop that was under attack and had no defenders. This threatens to win material because the defender is pinned. This overlooks a better way to unpin a pawn, allowing it to provide defense. This is the only move that works. This wins a tempo by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This misses an opportunity to win material through a tactic. This overlooks an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a bishop. This overlooks an opportunity to offer an equal trade of pieces. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a bishop. This wins a tempo by threatening a bishop and forcing it to move away. This moves the bishop to safety. This defends the attacked pawn. This wins time by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This attacks a bishop, winning a tempo when it moves away. This wins time by threatening a knight and forcing it to move away. This moves the knight to safety. This steps away from the checking knight. Very precise. This pins a rook, which restricts its mobility. The knight was sacrificed, a brilliant move. This wins material. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This captures a free rook. Takes back. A solid choice. A very strong play. This wins material. Recaptures. A great find, leaving the rook vulnerable to attack. This wins material. This prevents the opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. Capturing while sacrificing the rook was the right idea. This wins material. Takes back. This is the strongest option. This permits the opponent to force eventual checkmate. This forces an eventual checkmate.
And black resigns.